Hi, hello, I am Daze, and today we're going to be taking a personality quiz. But a normal personality quiz will be a little too boring and too standard for me, and also it might be too accurate. I might go crazy. I don't want that revealed. So instead, we're doing a Uma Musume personality quiz. That is a personality quiz that is going to show us which horse girl we are. That is right, become horse. So here it is. It is called Uma Pyoi, and I think it is the de facto Uma Musume character personality quiz, because it's the only one that came up when I searched for it. And Uma Pyoi, which Uma Musume character are you? Shall we take the quiz? First, I want to read this text just in case there is a disclaimer. Yes, I am one of those. I read the pamphlet. I read the instruction manual. Surprise, there are people that do it. Even bigger surprise, I have dyslexia, and I still do it. Why aren't you? Take the quiz. Oh god, I might have zoomed in a little bit too much. How about this? How about this? Ooh, how about here and I titty-tot over here. Wait, no, I'm looking this way. Wait, he, her, flip horizontal. Boom! It's, I have now flipped, but it's weird. It's a little weird because I am not a symmetrical person. I am an asymmetrical person. But don't think about it. Just stop. Is how we're doing it. Oh god, it looks so weird. Don't you hate it? Once you've gotten used to looking at yourself in the mirror, and then you use an actual program like a camera that doesn't mirror you when you show yourself, is so abnormal. It's so unnerving. It's not right. It's not right. And that's my experience right now. This is not right. Can't be right. It's not. This is nothing, but it's how we're doing it. It's how we're doing it. I am now mirrored. They don't title the sections or chapters. They just call it section 1 of 3. Why no titles? I have no idea what sort of questions are coming up. Prepare me. I'll panic if you don't. I'll panic. I often notice small sounds when others do not. Is this a question about how good my hearing is? I used to be very sound sensitive. But then I hurt and damaged my hearing, and now I have tinnitus. The constantly in my ear, and it is very annoying because my hearing got damaged, not because I went to a concert or anything by my choice, but no, an accident. So I will only slightly agree. I know how to tell if someone listening to me is getting bored. Hell no. I am not socially, I am not socially experienced enough to be able to pick up on the social cues well enough, which is just has to do with experience, because I don't talk with many people verbally. I'm more of a body language type of guy. I see myself as reserved and quiet. Reserved and quiet. What do those words even mean? How about we bring up a dictionary, everybody? When in question, when in doubt, just look it up. Making or characterized by little or no noise. Well, that would be a little accurate considering what I just said. To characterize myself using my native language, I would be called ordknapp and tillbakaholden. Those are adjectives that have been used for me before, and I think they are mostly accurate because, I believe the way we are experienced by others defines us more than what we think of ourselves. In a certain way, especially in characterization. Because, for example, whether you're quiet or not, it doesn't matter what you think, whether that. It is easier to tell from an outside perspective. Things like if you're introverted or extroverted probably is easier for you to define, because that has to do with how you're feeling. That has to do with whether or not you get energy or you expend the energy when being social. But things like appearing as quiet or appearing as outgoing, I believe are characteristics that are more accurately inferred from an outside perspective. So it's a little here and there's a little there. As I just used quiet as one of the examples, as you'd expect, I am a little uncertain about it. I don't know if I'm quiet. I don't know if I'm loud. I'm probably quiet because I went for a dinner And one of the comments that was made by one of the people that I hadn't seen in a while is that I'm pretty quiet of a person. So, it appears that we have our answer. How lucky, how lucky. I will just moderately agree to that. It's not that big a deal. I have no idea. It's not that big a deal. I find it difficult to work out people's intentions. I think that I actually have a pretty strong intuition. I just lack social experience. I lack social experience, but my mother did pass down her high EQ. Especially when I was younger, when my social experience was pretty on par with my peers. My intuition was pretty strong. So before I would say definitely agree, but now my lack of experience is holding me back a little bit. So we throw it on to slightly agree. I see myself as conventional and uncreative. Younger me would say I was pretty creative, but then I got hit in the head multiple times by various things, like a garage door. Or like a cabinet full of porcelain thingies that was very loud when it crashed down. Can you imagine the loudness of 1,000 plates and cups of porcelain shattering? And you in the epicenter. Yes, that is part of how I got my hearing damage. And it hit me straight in the head too. Gave me a concussion. Lovely. And since I might have been a little less creative. Maybe I got a little stupid. I might even say that I might be a little dumb afterwards. Maybe I got some brain damage. Maybe that is what a concussion is defined as. I don't know. I see myself as dependable and self-disciplined. Oh, once again, younger me would have said more, but I would say less. Why is that? Because I now live by myself. And living by yourself lets you control your entire environment. And there is nobody to keep you in check if you live by yourself. And it turns out I am a procrastinator. A horrible, horrible procrastinator. When I lived with others, let's say my family, my younger brother for example, I had someone to perform in front of. Someone to be a model for. Someone to actually be dependable for. To show self-discipline before. So I kept my bad habits in check. Now that I live by myself and only myself, I have let go. I am a horrible procrastinator now. So I will, before I would strongly, here I would say moderately agree, mostly because my biggest flaw is procrastinating. I see myself as extravagant. That's not extravagant. Hey, there comes the dyslexia. I see myself as extroverted and enthusiastic. I would say enthusiastic, but definitely not extroverted. I do get tired. I love being around people. I hate interacting with people though. That is a very contradictory enjoyment thing. Like or dislike. I know. So I love spending time with people, but I don't want them to talk to me. I want to be in the corner. Not in the corner. I want to sit on the same couch. I want to lay around and have fun. I want to even play the same games, but don't talk to me. Stop it. Don't interact with me. No interaction. It needs a step in front. I don't like to interact with people. And now you figure out why I have such low social experience. I'm good. Who am I? What horse? Eichenflash, I'm German, everyone. It's wrong. This is when I was German. I mean, Norway is in Europe, but it's it's not the same place. I'm Eichenflash. I mean, I have the Uma, I've never played her. Maybe it's time I play her. I would not wear a skirt this short. I am team pants. Praise pants. Where's the pants at? Love me some pants. Or long skirts. I do think that a elegant long skirt is quite charming. That's a little embarrassing to admit. Overall similarity. That's a big one. Eichenflash at 68.8. That's pretty low, all things considered. For my top one being 68.8%, if I did a Valgomat, if I did a questionnaire to figure out which party I'm voting on, and I got 68.8% on my highest, I am not voting on them. Then I'm throwing a blank vote. It's gotta at least be 80%. Maybe 77. I can drop it to 77. For me to vote on them. 68.8, that's so low. Flash is the number 1. The German Obsession. Do I give German vibes? I don't think I do. Hi. I don't even know how German acts. Don't care about big thumbs up. Where's my goat? Agnes Tachyon. Only at a 36.8. 36.8 on Agnes Tachyon. But they do say that opposites attract. Also, I want to unmirror myself. It's less disturbing. There we go. Unmirror. Unmirror your horse. Except I'm not, because my highest percentage was 68%. What is the takeaway from this questionnaire? Well, it is that I am not a horse. And I am not a girl. I am definitely not a horse girl. And in which case, we have figured it out. My similarity is too low. Too low. I am too complex of a person. Except I'm very not complex person. So I am very confused. I'm very confused. Who am I least similar to though? Forever young. I wanna be forever young.